About them, we've got to meet them, and therefore it's going to give us a chance to tell you their story. Here they are.
Venice Beach, California, the home of pretty girls, laid-back living, and yet only a few blocks from the sand is one of the toughest neighborhoods in the Los Angeles area. It's where Frankie Duarte learned to survive. A story he tells, Prime Ticket's Ruben Castillo.
You know, we had the black section. This was sort of Chicano territory. Over here were the blacks. I used to purposely walk down like Broadway or Brook Street from this other side. I'd get my money that I'd have on me, I'd stash in my pants, and I'd walk through them because I refused to go around.
So Frankie Duarte became a fighter, and a good one. At age 23, he was the world's #2 ranked bantamweight. But Duarte also started drinking, soon becoming as familiar with his neighborhood bars as he was with the gym. And at 26, he was almost finished.
I was disrespected. They looked at me as a person who was now a drunk, a bum, just another fighter who could have did good, but who didn't.
There were many ways Frankie Duarte could have rehabilitated himself, but he chose the best way that he knew how, fighting. Then 3 years later, at age 29, he found a 10-Goose gym in North Hollywood. There, coming in contact with the famous Goosen family. Joe became his trainer, Dan Goosen his manager, and they saw something special in Frankie Duarte, a hunger.
I saw someone that wanted something, whether or not he was going to be able to deliver on what he said he wanted. Was something that I wanted to see.
At a time when many fighters retire, he began the road back, knowing that this was his last chance to make it. In the ring, Duarte showed that he still had the skill of his younger years, a stinging jab, a strong counterpunch. He kept pushing himself. He became part of the Forum Stroh's championship tournament. Against contender Mike Marino, Duarte showed his toughness. It was one of the hardest hitting contests ever seen at the Forum. Duarte didn't rest on his victories. He trained harder and harder and finally got his shot at a title, becoming NABF Bantamweight champion. Outside of the ring, Duarte is willing to discuss his drug and alcohol problems with anyone that'll listen.
It's my duty to tell people rather than be selfish and keep it to myself.
Duarte knows that in the ring, it's only him and his courage that will determine if he can become a world champion. That's only one reason, though, that he's pushing so hard. After all, he's already fought and won his biggest battle.
This comeback has erased those hurt feelings. It's as if though I never had those 5 years off.
And the reigning WBA champion has come a long way. In fact, he's thousands of miles from his home in Caracas, Venezuela. There, Bernardo Piñango has become a local hero, a role that he's ready to live up to.
And in Venezuela, they have a lot of confidence in me because I was an Olympian. I fought in the Olympics. And now that I'm a champion, they see me as a world champion, and they treat me as a person that's a champion and a good person.
In his career, Pinango has known little but success. His strength, a long reach, a snake-like jab. Opponents are kept at bay and often he scores on points. But the man has also shown a ferociousness about himself. And after only 25 professional fights, he indeed is the WBA world champion. Pinango's toughness isn't lost on those handling his career. This is the same group that helped Roberto Duran during his rise to the top. In Bernardo Pinango, there is a man of purpose, a man looking to prove that he is a worthy champion.
Well, when I get in the ring, I feel like an animal that's going to come out of me. I go fight, I fight hard, and I fight to win.
Two men, each of them has traveled a different path. Tonight, both aiming for the same destination.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fight will be held at the fabulous Forum in Inglewood, California. Perfectly called the world's most beautiful sports theater. The scene is set, the color guard is in the rings, and here comes Frankie Duarte, the challenger. Frankie, 32 years and 5 months old. He's the oldest challenger for the bantamweight crown in history. He looks like an altar boy. Soft-spoken, hard-fisted. The 10 Goose stable to be given all the credit, along with Frankie, for this remarkable return after almost 5 years hiatus. And here comes the champion, Bernardo Pinango from Venezuela. He's 26 years old. Since he won the title, he's defended it twice successfully with knockouts. Should be a tremendous battle here. He's along the mold, some people feel, of Roberto Duran. It'll be a highly partisan Los Angeles crowd pulling for the Venice, California boy, Duarte. Let's go now to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd like to ask you to rise in respect as we play the national anthem of Venezuela. Present to you the silky smooth voice of the ever-popular singing talent, Lou Rawls.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in the air, they gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Super! Lou Rawls. to hear. That's what he said, and makes him appear. He loves it. Yeah. Frankie Duarte. A great fighter in the early 70s, a common drunk and drug user shortly thereafter. He went to one AA meeting, said, "I'm strong enough to beat up myself," and he did. Now let's go back to the middle of the ring, Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the instructions and the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go, the WBA Bantamweight Championship of the world, scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. This title bout is under the supervision and direction of the California State Athletic Commission. The executive officer is Ken Gray, who is assisted by Marty Denkin. This is in conjunction with the World Boxing Association, supervisor in charge, Alberto Aleman from Panama. The officials as appointed, position at ringside from Watts, California, Dr. Bernard Schwartz, and from Harbor City, California, Dr. Roger Thill. Timekeeper at the bell is Ernie Snow. Judges at ringside from Puerto Rico, Roberto Ramirez. From Panama, Rodolfo Hill. And from Argentina, we have Juan Mayo. Referee in charge will be conducting the bout, will not score the bout. From Nova Scotia, Canada, Hubert Earl. All right, fans, here we go. Introducing the challenger. Fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing black trunks with white lettering, coming from Venice, California. Representing the 10 Goose Boxing Club in North Hollywood. Weighing in 117 and 3/4 pounds. His record, 41 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. 32 wins by way of knockout. He is ranked number 8 in the WBA as a bantamweight. Introducing to you the one and only Miracle at 10 Goose, Frankie Duarte. And his opponent on my right, across the ring, introducing the champion in the red corner. Wearing orange trunks with blue and gold trim. Hailing from Caracas, Venezuela, and weighing in tonight an even 118 pounds. His record is 20 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 14 wins by way of knockout. Introducing the WBA Bantamweight Champion of the world, Bernardo Pinango. Hubert Earl, referee in charge, now to give instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, any further questions? Okay, we went over the rules. We expect you to obey them. Okay, when the bell rings, I want you to shake hands now and come out fighting.
So we've waited and waited and waited, and then the tail of the tape reads like this. Pinango, 5'6", Duarte, 5'7", 118 to 117. 6 years younger at 26 years of age is Pinango. The reach favors Duarte at 62 over 60. Here we go. Will it be a feeling out round? It's a 15-rounder. Duarte has never gone 15 rounds. Pinango has. Pinango won the title in June of last year. A 15-round decision over Gabby Canizales. who had won it from Richie Sandoval. Duarte takes a stiff left on the jaw. Good counter punching by Duarte. He sets the crowd right up on their feet in a hurry.
That's what he has to do, Chick. He's got to get that jab in there and throw those left hooks. Pinango's susceptible to a left hook. He's been down 3 times with the left hook in his past.
But he hasn't stayed down. Frankie Duarte told me I'm in the best shape mentally and physically that I have ever been. He's 32 years and 5 months old. No bantamweight has ever challenged at that age. He ran into a left hand from Pinango. And now the referee, very emphatic. The Canadian referee, Hubert Earl, says, get him up. Well, he looks like a businessman, that referee, I'll tell you. I like the way he goes about his work. He does not vote. I don't think I've ever seen a fighter, physically and facially, that looks less like a professional fighter than Frankie Duarte. Duarte's camp, and Duarte himself, to be honest, one big concern. He has a reputation of being easily cut. It would be a shame to lose this golden opportunity for either man because of a cut.
You know, Chick, Pinango has been feared from his hand speed.
Again, the warning to get him up. Boy, there's no doubt about what that referee is thinking. Excuse me.
But tonight, it doesn't seem like he has that hand speed.
Pinango?
Pinango is very slow.
It's only the first round. Frankie appears much quicker in this round. Pinango doing some good counter punching. Couple of seconds left. That's the end of round 1 as we go back to the corner of Frankie Duarte. 5 feet and 7 inches tall. Today at 117 3/4 pounds. His record 9-1-1 with 7 knockouts since his return to the ring, including winning $50,000 for the Stroh's Bantamweight Championship and the NABF title for bantamweights. The low warnings came in a hurry from Hubert Earl from Canada. First time we've ever seen him work. Definitely low.
That was definitely low.
All right. The Goosen family from the 10 Goose Stables, headed up, of course, by manager Dan. The trainer is Joe. Larry is in the corner also, and so is Greg, who used to catch. Greg Goosen did for the Mets in New York. Mike is here tonight. The whole clan is here tonight. In fact, they wanted to say hello to Tom Goosen and Scott Shepard and all the coaches at Arroyo Grande High School.
My next-door neighbors, Santa Maria.
Second round. Pinango scored, and now Duarte comes back with counter-punching.
Frankie should shoot that jab out there more. Get Pinango on the end of his jab, Chick, so he can start throwing those right hands and left hooks. It's very important to get the jab out there first. Muhammad used to say, whoever gets the jab out there first will win the fight. Usually.
WBA World Championship Bantamweight bout, second round. Pinango almost faces you square on as you fight him. Doesn't turn his body like most do to emphasize southpaw or righty.
Another low blow, Chick.
Uppercut, Pinango. Good right hand, Pinango. Combination Frankie Duarte. Frankie likes to pressure you. Duarte in the black if you just joined us. There's enough material in Pinango's trunks to make a sale for the American Cup races. Good right hand scored by Duarte. Pinango getting in his licks too. It's a good exchange here in round 2.
The crowd is sure alive now, Chick. Everybody waited for this fight for a long time.
Especially Frankie Duarte. Again, he's told to get your punches up by the referee, Hubert Earl. Chick Hearn with Ruben Castillo from the fabulous form in Inglewood. Rich Murata doing his usual fine job. Joins us tonight, too. Oh, that's the point. He's going to take a point away. Watch. There it goes. No doubt about it. The point is taken. That's the third warning at least, and 1 or 2 were susceptible, or rather suspicious.
That could be a factor in a fight like this, Chick.
Oh.
Every point.
Oh, a good left hand by Duarte. Duarte, the combination punches as the round comes to an end. We got a comment earlier from Luz Spada, the handler for Pinango. He said Pinango is normally a fighter who comes out fast, hitting hard. That's just how his manager Spada says that he intends to fight tonight.
He is going to fight as usual. He's going to put the same pressure in every single round. From the 5th round up to the 15th round, if the fight is going up to the 15th round. And that was working very nice with in the last 3 fights that he made for the title.
Do you think it will go 15 rounds?
Well, we are confident that he can repeat the last 2 fights and win by knockout.
Here we go. Round number 3. In the brilliant pink trunks, Bernardo Pinango from Venezuela. Frankie Duarte, the opponent, the challenger. Ruben scoring after 2 rounds.
I've got Duarte ahead, 1918. That point sure made a difference in this fight.
It became a 10-8 round. The pressure so far has been applied by Duarte. Duarte get cut?
No.
Well, he's mopping away at
yeah, he
eyebrow.
did,
Yes, he's cut. He's cut. He's cut in the right eyebrow. And he immediately knew it. He dabbed at it with his glove. And this is exactly what most fight predictors feared. Duarte has a history of being easily cut.
Pinango's last 2 fights.
Oh, a good left hand by Duarte.
Hurt Pinango.
Duarte knows he's cut. He knows he's got to try to end this thing early. It's scheduled for 15, and Duarte mops again at the brow. Duarte being smeared with a little blood on the forehead. A left jab by Duarte. The champion goes against the ropes. By Pinango. The cut is at edge of the right eyebrow, just off of the bridge of the nose. It's in a dangerous spot where blood could ooze from that into the eyeball.
But remember, the referee cannot stop the fight on the cut. It has to be stopped by the doctor.
That's the rules governing this fight. The blood worsens on Duarte, and he comes in with a good right hand of his own. He's got Pinango in trouble in the corner right above us. Pinango trying to fight out of it. Duarte keeps the heat on. Jerry Romano, our producer, Susan Stratton, our director, and our cameraman doing their usual great job. Looping left hand by Duarte scored. The referee Hill says, when I tell you to break, Pinango break. Combination punches by Duarte. He's amassing a lot of points here in this.
Great left hook by Frankie.
Just be a 10-9 round. Frankie's forehead smeared even more. You know what's going through his mind as well as I do. Did I wait 12 years to lose it on a cut? A lousy cut? Did I? And that's what's going through the young man's mind. 3 seconds left in round 2 of a scheduled 15. Perhaps in the upper reaches, even nearby, the crowd cannot see that cut like we can at ringside. Immediately they go to work on it. Into the ring hurriedly is Norm Lockwood, regarded as one of the great cut men in the history of the sport. It's on the inside edge of the right eyebrow. Lockwood is telling Joe Goosen, the trainer, let me do it, Joe. Please let me do it. I'm applying all the pressure that I can. And that's the way they try to stifle it. Let's see what they're saying if we can pick it up. We don't want to get in the way. The action was fierce in that second round. Now remember, the referee cannot stop the fight on a cut. It must be done by a doctor. All right. Now, Norm Lockwood, who is great with his expertise of taking care of cuts, worked on him feverishly.
He has stopped many cuts on Michik, and he's one of the best in the world. I hope he can keep the blood from coming down Frankie's face, because Frankie's fight has turned his fight around from the first round on.
Boy, he's fought a brilliant second round. Third round, I'll tell you that. The blood has stopped temporarily. Now we'll see if Pinango indeed goes after that mark. Will that be his target? Yes, it is. He hits it twice, and it opens up again. It's starting to bleed. Exactly is what he's aiming at. It's like a golfer driving a ball toward a pin on a green. Uh-oh. Low. Get it up. Pinango's already lost 1 point. But he's got several back, perhaps, with that cut.
Chick, I don't think that cut is in such a severe place. It's up above the eyebrow. So the doctor may let the fight go because he knows this is Frankie's last chance at it. And I don't think they should stop it because of the cut.
Well, the doctor hasn't even looked at it yet, so far as that goes. So the severity isn't there yet. But it could worsen as we go, and we must keep the fans duly informed. Good combination, but not much on the punches by Pinango. We're halfway through the 4th round of a 15-rounder. It's for the championship of the WBA Bantamweight division.
The referee gave Pinango another warning. Low blows.
One more, you'll take another point. Frankie's got to be careful of butting heads in there, that inside fighting. A right and a left scored by Pinango, and a counter punch by Duarte. He sends his man back against the rope, and another warning. Is he going to take a point? Yes. That's 2 points that Pinango has lost in this fight already. But it may be academic if that cut worsens, and Duarte and his handlers know that. The Goosen family has helped resurrect this man's life, rebuild it, restructure it, and he's taken full advantage of their help.
Frankie has been such a great inspiration to boxing, Chick, to the young kids. He's turned his whole life around, and it's all on the line right here.
Well, his life will go on, but he'd like to take with it a championship. Good left hand, and a right hand by Duarte. Both telling blows. The left jab by Duarte. They butted heads. They really butted hard, but I don't think any result will come of it. Moving down now toward the final 5 seconds of the round is the Thriller in Los Angeles at the Forum.